I was teaching some elementary students once, I think about 3rd grade, and they said to me, "Father, how long does it take to become a priest?" And I was kind of thinking, how do you explain this to a 3rd grader? And I said, "You have older brothers and sisters." "Yeah, they're grade 4, 7, 10. Well, I said, "I went to grade 20. And they were kind of, "Wow, grade 20. And one of them said, "Boy, you must really be smart." I didn't tell them that I didn't know everything, but it's okay if they believe, huh? That sense of knowing everything, that probably as we go along, we learn that we know less and less. I think it was part of my formation as a priest is that really once I finished grade 20, my education continued. I remember one time to go to a nursing home, visit a nursing home. That's kind of usually one of our responsibilities. It was not always so easy for me to know how to encounter those people. And I went to a parish once, and this lady, she said, come to the nursing home and have Mass, which I came, and she said, she introduced me to the people, and then after Mass, she took me to the rooms of those who weren't able to get out of bed. And I marveled really at her connection to these people. They lit up when she came in the room. Just the way she would talk with them and care about them, it was obvious that she was doing a lot of ministry to those folks. And I thought, I can learn a lot from what she does. The example today in our gospel is someone, a scholar, it says, encountered Jesus. Obviously, he had studied and knew a lot. And when he had this little encounter, he gave the right answer. He gave the words right out of the scriptures to Jesus. And Jesus said, "You are right." He gave the right answer. But Jesus switches the dynamic. And he begins to tell a story about this man who fell victim to robbers. And obviously in that story, 2 passed by who probably should have known better. They had been taught those things, but they went on by. And the unlikely one stopped, the Samaritan. Why do you suppose that man stopped and the others didn't? Maybe they were busy or had other things they thought were more important, but this man took time. And I thought of, as I was reflecting about this woman in the nursing home. Why is it that she took time with these people? I talked to her one time and I said, where is it that this comes from you to come here? And she said, my husband got sick some years ago and I couldn't take care of him at home, and we had to place him in this nursing home. And I started visiting him every day. I would go. And it meant everything to him and to me that we could have that time together. And he died here some years ago, and I was kind of lost. I wasn't sure I wanted to even go back into that nursing home, but she said, I kept asking God, what do I do now? And it became clear to me that I came to know a lot of those other people through my husband, and I started coming back to that nursing home. And those people started kind of forming and shaping me. Really, it was a realization that the schooling in our lives go beyond from grade 20 or whatever it is in our lives. We enter the school of God in a sense each day. somehow God wants to form and shape us. It means that we're open really to what God is teaching us. A lot of times it's through those experiences that come along in our lives that it gives us direction. It makes us aware. It opens our eyes. And in this instance, it made that woman, it made the Samaritan man very compassionate. They could look at others in need and somehow set their own needs aside and walk with them for a while. It is, I think, the challenge of our own life. How do we grow in compassion so that our own needs, in a sense, our own self-centeredness, doesn't draw us off to the side, so that truly we can be that compassionate presence in today's world. The school of God's life goes on this day and throughout this coming week.